As we age, life brings new opportunities and sometimes new challenges. One of those challenges is the thought of remarrying. Perhaps you've been single for a while, recently gone through a divorce, or lost a spouse. Whatever your situation, the idea of remarrying after 60 comes with its own set of unique truths and realities, ones that might surprise you. Marriage later in life is different from when we were younger. It's not just about love and companionship, although those are incredibly important. The decision to remarry at this stage of life has broader implications that can affect your finances, relationships, and even your overall happiness. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 essential truths that anyone considering remarriage after 60 needs to know. Understanding these truths can change the way you view love, commitment, and security at this stage in life. So, whether you're thinking about remarrying soon, or just considering the idea, stay tuned. These insights might help you avoid unnecessary stress and complications, and help you make the best decision for your future. Let's begin with one of the most significant aspects of remarriage: finances. One of the biggest surprises people face when remarrying later in life is the impact it can have on their financial situation. Many assume that remarriage is just about companionship, but the reality is, it's also a legal and financial commitment. Remarrying affects things like Social Security benefits, pensions, retirement savings, and even what you leave behind for your children. These financial factors are often overlooked until it's too late. For example, if you're receiving Social Security benefits based on a former spouse's work record, remarrying could reduce or even eliminate those benefits. Many people don't realize this until it's too late, especially if they're relying on that income to maintain their lifestyle. Additionally, pensions and survivor benefits can have restrictions that are voided once you remarry. It's crucial to review these terms carefully. Take Robert, a 72-year-old man who remarried after being widowed. He always assumed his children would inherit his estate, but after his remarriage, he learned that his new wife had legal claims to his assets, which meant his children could receive less than he originally intended. Robert had to have some difficult conversations and make legal adjustments to ensure his family was taken care of. So, before you remarry, take the time to talk to a financial advisor or estate planner. Make sure you understand how remarriage will impact your finances, your retirement, and your assets. While these conversations might not feel romantic, they are absolutely essential for protecting your future. Next, let's talk about the family dynamics that can complicate remarriage. When you remarry later in life, you're not just blending two lives, you're blending families, histories, and expectations. While love brings two people together, family dynamics can introduce complexities you may not anticipate. Unlike younger couples who are building their life from scratch, many over 60 come into marriage with adult children, grandchildren, and years of established family traditions. These relationships don't always merge as smoothly as you might hope. One of the biggest challenges is how your adult children react to your new marriage. Even if they want you to be happy, they may struggle with feelings of loyalty to your former spouse, or worry about how this new relationship will affect finances, family traditions, and inheritance. Some children may welcome your new partner, while others might feel resentment, suspicion, or concern about your well-being. This is completely natural, but if not handled with care, it can create lasting tension that affects not just your marriage but the entire family. And it's not just your children. Relationships with grandchildren can shift too. If you've been the primary grandparent in their life for years, introducing a new spouse can feel like a disruption. Some grandchildren may embrace the change, but others may need more time to adjust. Susan, a 68-year-old woman who remarried after being single for over a decade, found herself navigating uncomfortable conversations with her children about inheritance and traditions. She thought they would be happy for her, but quickly realized that her new marriage required open discussions to maintain harmony. If you're considering remarriage, it's important to talk to your family. Be transparent about your intentions, listen to their concerns, and set clear expectations about what will and won't change. This transparency can prevent misunderstandings and resentment later on. Now, let's talk about emotional expectations. When you marry later in life, the emotional dynamic often changes. Relationships in your 60s and beyond are not about building from scratch. There are no children to raise or careers to establish. Instead, it's often about companionship, emotional support, and maintaining independence while sharing your life with someone else. By the time you reach this stage, you've already established your routines, your hobbies, and your daily rhythms. Introducing another person into that mix means introducing their habits, preferences, and expectations into your world, and that can be challenging. Unlike younger couples who are still building financial security, later life marriages usually involve two people who are already emotionally self-sufficient and financially stable. This means the motivations for remarriage are often different. Love, companionship, and shared experiences become the primary goals. However, both partners must be clear about their expectations. How much time do you want to spend together? How will you handle disagreements? How will you maintain independence while nurturing the relationship? Harold, a 75-year-old widower, found love again after years of being single. However, he didn't expect how different this new relationship would feel compared to his first. His late wife had been his partner for decades, and their way of functioning as a couple was deeply ingrained. His new wife, however, valued her independence in ways he hadn't encountered before. It took time for them to find balance. So before you remarry, ask yourself, what do you truly want from this relationship? Are you looking for companionship without too many changes in your daily routine? Or are you open to sharing a home or having separate spaces? Knowing what you want will help you navigate this new chapter more easily. Legal matters also play a critical role in remarriage. Marriage is not just an emotional commitment, it's a legal contract. And when you remarry after 60, the legal aspects can be far more complex than when you were younger. Many assume that love alone will make everything work, but without understanding the legal implications, you might face unexpected challenges. From prenuptial agreements to medical decision-making rights, there are important legal matters to address before saying, "I do." One of the most important considerations is how remarriage affects estate planning. When you marry, your spouse may automatically gain legal rights to your assets, even if you intended for your children to inherit them. Without a clear plan, your estate could be divided in ways you never expected. Additionally, consider medical decision-making. If you become ill or incapacitated, who will make medical decisions on your behalf? Often, a spouse has priority over children or other family members. Setting up advance directives or a medical power of attorney helps ensure your wishes are honored. A prenuptial agreement can also provide clarity and protection. Eleanor, a 67-year-old woman, had significant assets she wanted to leave to her children. She and her fiancé had an open conversation and decided to draft a prenuptial agreement, which gave her peace of mind and reassured her children that their inheritance was secure. Finally, let's talk about happiness. As we grow older, our understanding of happiness changes. When we were younger, marriage was often about building a life, starting families, building careers, and creating a future. But after 60, happiness shifts. It's less about building and more about maintaining, enjoying, and finding fulfillment in the life we've already created. This shift means that before you remarry, you need to ask yourself, does this relationship align with the happiness I truly want at this stage of life? Many assume remarriage will automatically bring joy. But happiness in later years comes from different places than it did in our youth. Some seek companionship and shared moments, while others desire more independence with a partner to enjoy special occasions. The key is understanding what happiness looks like for you now, not what it looked like decades ago. Frank, 72, remarried quickly, thinking companionship would fill the void left by his late wife. But he soon realized his new wife had different expectations. She wanted to travel, while Frank preferred staying close to home. They loved each other, but struggled to align their lifestyles. Before you remarry, reflect on what truly brings you happiness. Do you want a traditional marriage or companionship with more space? It's all about what feels right for you. Remarrying after 60 can be an incredibly fulfilling experience, but it comes with important realities. From finances to family dynamics, emotional expectations, legal considerations, and your definition of happiness, these factors must be considered carefully before making such a significant decision. Marriage at this stage is not about following old traditions. It's about making a choice that truly serves you. Whether you decide to remarry or not, the most important thing is to align your decision with your values, lifestyle, and well-being. Take your time. Have the necessary conversations. Seek professional guidance. And most importantly, listen to yourself, because this is your life, and your happiness is what matters most. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment and share what surprised you most about remarriage after 60. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue bringing valuable content. We'll see you in the next video.